going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we are back, of course, with some IPL match reviews here. Game number 4. Of course, there was a double header last night. I will be reviewing the Mumbai RCB game as well, of course. But the first one up, Rajasthan Royals and the Sunrisers Hyderabad. The Royals completely kill them at home. So SRH actually came into this game with a 68% win streak at home and win percentage at home, and yeah, they got completely destroyed here. The new look Sunrisers team, of course, you know, it really is just a completely new team, especially that batting order, so might take a little bit of time for them to gel together and get used to the conditions down there at Hyderabad. But hey, if you are new around here, subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below your thoughts on this game. Excuse me. We're going to jump straight into it, though. Royals. Yeah, way too strong. Absolutely way too strong with the bat. And they've got this man to thank for it, really. Jos Buttler, a reigning Orange Cap winner, of course, of last season. He's back, and it turns out that he's back to score more runs, so that's great. The Irishman himself, of course, let's not forget. 54 off 22, just blistering really early. Him and Jaiswal got them off to the perfect start, and yeah, turns out Buttler is, he has not lost any touch or form in this format, so yeah, nothing to worry about there. If you're a Rajasthan fan, that is. So yeah, he played some good shots. All right, the Royals, let's get into it. Into bat first. They set a total of 203. Great total on this deck. Yashasi Jaiswal, the man who I've been speaking about all pre-season about, that I think he's going to have a big season. I think everyone's been, you know, waiting to see what he can do after his big domestic season, and he brings it into the IPL. 9 fours, so he didn't even hit 1 6. The man just dealt in boundaries along the ground. He was really, really good early. You know, he didn't play any loose, risky shots where they were whipped for 4. I think there was like 1 or 2 shots that were played, and they might have been edges through the slips. And, you know, for a boundary, but that's just cricket. That's just happens with the game. So, really impressed with what I saw for him. Of course, if you know, in my predictions video, I did put, you know, I did say either him or Rahul, no, Abhishek Sharma, sorry, would, you know, one of them would dominate this season. And it's fair to say in this match, one of them dominated and one did not. We will get to that later. Jos Buttler, we spoke about him, but 54 off 22. He got an absolute fucking bullet from the man Falzark Faruqi. Just not much you can do about that. Just beat him for pace, really, Buttler. And yeah, Falzark, that's what he does. He's a wicket taker, and he bowls quick, and he's actually a little bit deceptive sometimes. Sanju Samson, though. Yes, sir, the skipper. I mean, man, this is what I wanted to see, you know. As much as I wanted to see Jaiswal make runs, I wanted to see Buttler have some fun. This is the man that I only cared about to make runs today in this game in particular, and it was that man, Sanju Samson, the skipper. 55 off 32, 3 4s and 4 6s. He was phenomenal, and it took a really, really good catch from Sharma on the boundary to get rid of him. He just uses the pace of the ball so well. He just waits. You know, he's not a player who has to get on the front foot every shot. He just stayed back in his crease, used the pace, just kind of opened the blade of the bat and just let it skid off the top of the face of the bat, and it would kept going down to third man and through the slips for 4, or, you know, down for a single or 2, and he's just a really, really smart batsman. He knows where the fieldsmen are. He knows where the gaps are. He's an accurate batsman. I think that's the way to describe Sanju, is that he's an accurate batsman. You know, and that's why I compare him to Dhoni, because it reminds me of his, you know, precision shots where he can find the certain gaps. He can just assess the whole option of fielders and pick out the smallest gap in the field. It's what impresses me a lot about Sanju, and I'm really happy for him. You know, he deserves international selection, and He's coming for it. He's bloody coming for it. He's going to dominate this season. I feel it. And, yeah, it's a good start for him. Dev Dutt Padical. Wow. It's unlucky. I mean, he comes in at 4. You know, he's a little bit unsure of his position in the team. And then he gets an absolute fucking just peach by Umran Malik. I mean, you're not doing much about that one. Just sent the stumps all end up. It's too quick for some people sometimes, isn't it? And DDP, yeah, he had no idea what to hell to that one. So he might as well just been a DNP and did not play. But anyways, that's all right there. Rian Parag, the man, the legendary all-rounder of Rian Parag, came to the crease, hit a boundary first ball, and I'm thinking, hold on a fucking minute. This is not Rian Parag. This is prime Chris Gale. And then the next ball, well, I mean, a few deliveries later, he then went out pretty cheaply. So that's the Rian Parag we know. Shimron Hetmeyer, 22 not out off 16. And Ravi Ashwin, 1 off 2 not out. Very inspirational. The extras, just 8. So, okay. And into the SRH bowlers, a bit of damage control for a lot of this bowling attack. It was just a free-flowing batting innings from the from the Rajasthanis, not SRH. Bhuvi was the stand-in skipper for today. Of course, Markram still playing that series against... Who the fuck is it against? I don't even know. I just saw that he scored a bunch of runs the other day. None for 36 off 3, so pretty expensive in only 3 overs. It's a little bit of a concern if you're Bhuvi, but bounce back. He's a champion. Falzak Faruqi did end up getting subbed out, but before that, 2 for 41 off 4. Expensive, but he took 2 poles, and in a game where you only take 5 wickets, pretty important. Sundar, not his day, and I didn't think bowled that well. Bowled too short a lot of the time. He needs to pitch it up. He needs to bowl a lot fuller and not give the batsman room to play with. But I think he did that way too often last night. He just kept bowling too short, and it's not like that pitch was, you know, like Chennai or something, and it was spinning to fucking here to Mars, you know, or Jupiter. Like, it was a pretty fair deck to bat on. So yeah, I just didn't think he bowled that well. To be honest, it didn't feel like he had a plan going in, or maybe it just didn't execute well. Natarajan, someone who did bowl well. Yorker man, bowls some great Yorkers, doesn't he? He's back with those Yorkers, and he just, that's what I love about IPL cricket, and when bowlers can execute the perfect toe delivery, just right around your toes, a Yorker of some sort, nice and full. Unless you're someone who's preempting that delivery, you're not going to hit it for a boundary. So, yeah, loved what I've seen from Natarajan. Adil Rashid was also decent at times, none for 33, and Malik 1 for 32 off 3. So, hey, some poor bowling in there, you got to be honest, but really just good batting. I mean, you get 3 half centuries from your top 3, and then you get, how the hell did they get 203? So 50, that's 150, like 160 odd, 180. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, makes sense. I was just making sure the math was mathing right, but anyway. SRH into bat, 203 to chase down. It was going to be an uphill battle, but hey, you've got this new batting lineup, you're at home, the fans have packed out the stadium, it's a sea of orange in that stadium. It looked beautiful, by the way, it really did. It was good to see all these teams back at their home stadiums in front of their home fans. It's what the IPL's for, man, it's for the fans. So, yeah, big total to chase down, and they let down the fans, unfortunately. Abhishek Sharma, let's get into it. The man... Look, to be fair, he got a ripping delivery from Trent Bolt. It just fucking ripped out the stumps, and a Yorker that's, you know, kind of moved back in, nipped back in, and good luck trying to play it. That's all I've got to say. It reminds me of like a Mitchell Stark to Brendan McCullum in the 2015 World Cup final. Like, what the fuck? Like, what can you do about that? You just don't. You don't do anything about it. You walk off and you just deal with it. Mayank Agarwal, of course, former Punjab King legend, 27 off 23, 3 fours, a slow innings, but at the end of the day, someone had to fucking play, you know, for more than 10 deliveries because no one else could. And, you know, for Agarwal, He's at a new franchise, just trying to work into it. I thought he did quite well, but everyone collapsed around him. Tripathi as well. Trent Bolt. He's pretty good still, isn't he? It doesn't matter what conditions you play that man Trent Bolt, as long as, you know, he just bowls well. You know, he doesn't rely on conditions to help him out. He can bowl anywhere in the damn world. It could be the flattest deck in the world of Karachi, and he will still take poles. And that's what matters. As you can hear, I'm trying to cough about 85 times. It's not good. But anyway, we move on. Harry Brook, 13 off 21. The man's playing Test cricket in T20, and he plays T20 format in Test cricket. It's just, make sense of it what you will, but 13 off 21? What the fuck? I mean, look, man, I understand. He wanted to face as many deliveries as possible. He's not trying to let the new franchise down, but honestly, at that point, you might as well just go out for 6 off 3 and accept that. Instead of 13 off 21, it looks pathetic. A 61 strike rate. It's not good. But to be fair, there was wickets falling all around him. The bowling was tight, and he hit a nice boundary off like his third delivery, and then after that, he just could not play anything. And the spin of someone like Chahal, who ended up getting him out, was too much for him. Sundar, 1 off 5. Glenn Phillips, 8. Samad, the sub, actually did come on for Faruqi. 32 not out of 32. So, look, gives him a bit of late runs. Rashid, 18. Bhuvi, 6. And Umran Malik. Well, actually, I did know he can hit the ball like this, because he did something like this last season where he hit a few sixes, and I thought, what the actual fuck? I didn't know he could do that. And he did it again. 2 sixes, a 4, 19 off 8. Look, the game was done, but get him up the order. Fuck it. Get him up in front of Harry Brook, for God's sake. But hey, that is how that one finishes off. As you can see, the fall of wickets. I mean, when you're 2 for none after the first over, you're pretty much fucked after that. So, Harry Brook, yeah, I mean, just look at it. Not going well. No, not going well at all. Trent Bolt, 2 for 21 off 4. Phenomenal. KM Asif was interesting. None for 15. Holder, 1 for 16. He also took a ripping catch in the slips as well. Ashwin, 1 for 27 off 4. Chahal, fantastic. The man again, coming back for that purple cap. 4 for 17 off 4. And the sub, Navdeep Saini, who came on for Jaiswal. None for 34 off 2. So the man Navdeep got fucking spanked around the place, and good thing they won, eh? Because he would have been never played again if they ended up losing. All right. Into the statistics and the other upcoming matches for these two teams. Of course, after this, I'm about to go review this match. I'm excited to talk about that one. But, you know, tomorrow we've got CSK LSG. Should be good. But the next game for these two teams is SRH LSG and Rajasthan versus Delhi Capitals. So, big games coming up. The biggest game right here. I mean, this is just a real rivalry right there. The table, let's have a look. Rajasthan, LSG, RCB, GT, and Punjab Kings finish out the top 5 after essentially round 1, if you want to call it that. Every team's played a game now. And then you see all the losers down the bottom with a loss. It's probably good if I feel the confidence now, because I have a feeling we may go down from here. So I'm just going to leave it up while I can. The statistics for this one, yeah, not a lot's changed. Of course, Tilak Varma was fantastic last night. Same with these two. And that's really it out of this one. Chahal gets himself on the purple cap list. And yeah, that's essentially it. So hey, that is going to cap off Game 4 review. Rajasthan versus Sunrisers Hyderabad. Good game of cricket, a thrashing by Rajasthan. Sanju Samson is my king. Yuzvendra Chahal is a legend. He's still back. He's still the man. He's still bowling great. And hey, I thoroughly enjoyed that one. I also thoroughly enjoyed the game starting at 8 p.m. here, because I know that's like 3:30 p.m. in India, so it's like an afternoon game. And then it's like nighttime here for me. Oh, it's so perfect. And then the first game finishes, and then it goes into the second game that starts at 12. Oh, it's perfect. It's fucking perfect. But hey, that is going to cap it off. I hope we all enjoyed. If you're liking these reviews, comment down below, leave a like, and I'll see everyone in the next one.